Good day. Another beautiful day here in Oregon. We could get used to these. Sun's out, blue sky. Today we're going to be playing indoors. Unfortunately, we're going to do a little oil change on our little side-by-side we use on the property. So I'll show you what we have. We have a Cub Cadet. It's 2016 Challenger 500, a two-seater. Works really nice on our property. It's a little underpowered, but not terrible. We're not racing this thing up and down our hills, so it does everything that we need to do. And today it's time for a little oil change, and I'll show you how we do that. Now this is like I said, a 2016 Cub Cadet Challenger, but they're basically the same model as a Hisun UTV, a Massimo, a Coleman, a Bennche. I mean, they're all sort of knockoffs. I think they're originally taken off of a Yamaha Rhino, early 2000s, and they're all very, very similar. They all take the same parts. They all got the same seat, same console, pretty much identical rigs. So on this unit, it'll probably pertain to all the other units, but on this one, you start by taking the two seats out, and you got to take that center console out. So this seat here pops up with a lever. Slips right out. Do the same on the driver's side. Put the lever up, slide it out. And the console, it just lifts up. It does help to have this forward a little bit, as opposed to having it back in reverse, get it up into neutral or high. And then this just lifts up. It doesn't have any bolts or anything on it. And it just lifts out. Oil filters right there. They tuck that into a real tight spot. So we'll try my different wrenches, see what works, but we'll probably have some fun getting that one out. So oil filter here. Fill nozzle is here for the oil going back in and for checking your oil. And we'll try getting that filter out. These are the parts I've purchased for it. Got a standard little UTV. They're a generic oil filter. You can go on Amazon, just type in Cub Cadet or Massimo or whatever your UTV is for whatever CC it is, and it'll pop up there, $10. The oil is, they recommend, the owner's manual says 1040. I use an ATV type oil, so I'll go with the Massimo. And filter wrench, since it's such a tight location, my smallest band wrench, it won't even tighten around this guy. So I'll try my actual plier wrench. I also have a strap. And if I have to, I actually bought another one. It's not sure how well this one works. It's a little Harbor Freight one. It goes on the end of it and you spin it with a ratchet. So I'll try that one and see. I think between these I should be able to get that thing off, hopefully. So we'll try our band strap first. Not sure why they decided to make this so tight. And I'm not even able to get this 1/4-inch band underneath the bottom of the filter. Let's try the wrench. If I can get this out. That's better. They make a better oil filter too, and I think I'll buy one of those next time. That actually has a nut formed into the the top of the or the bottom of the filter here, where you can get a wrench or a big socket on it and be able to reef it out of there, because this is just too dang tight. I think I can pull the rest off by hand. Put some paper under here. Try to capture some of the oil. Okay, let's see what kind of mess we can make. Probably want to put the drain pan under it before you start that. Well, yeah, certainly threads on there far enough. If you notice, I put some rubber gloves on. Didn't want to get my yard gloves all oily. Make sure the old O-ring isn't stuck to the filter housing. Clean up as much as I can. You're always going to have a mess changing oil, no matter how neat or tidy you try to be. Okay, let's go get the new one. Put a little bit of oil on the O-ring. Maybe just wipe a little bit on this seat here. Thread the new one back on. Just seats there, and I'll turn it till I can really can't get a good grip on it, so I'm pretty sure I can't over tighten it. I want to make sure I get it tight enough so it don't leak. But yeah, this is a bugger to get to. That's probably good enough. That was a half a turn from when it made contact. Now go down below and drain the oil. That didn't work. she do come out quick. It's got like a spring on the back end of this cap, so you got to be careful when you pull it out. You can make a mess, which I already did. Not too bad now. It's got like a little screen in there too. Make sure you put it back in. So the only question I got is with this spring and filter, I'm going to assume the filter went down into the spring, because I don't think there's enough room up there to it'd crush that screen if you had it the other way around. It seems odd there's not a gasket on the bottom of this drain cap. Sure seems like there should be an O-ring, unless it popped off into the drain pan. I'll take a look at it. I do not see one. Clean up a little bit of this and tighten it up and start putting some oil in it. So it seemed odd to me that once I pulled the cap off, you know, I didn't see a gasket, and there's obviously a recess there for a gasket. Also don't like the way that nut is real shallow and you're able to round those corners off real easy, so I'm going to reorder a new cap. But quick little Google search found that you can get a replacement, and it comes with an O-ring gasket, just like I thought. So went down to my local Napa store and picked up an O-ring, and I'll go ahead and put that in. And the spring with the filter in it, it does go this direction. Does not go with the filter up. So we'll put this together and bolt it back underneath and get the oil back in this thing. So the manual calls for 2.2 quarts of 1040 ATV oil, and I'm going to put in about 2.5. It's a wet clutch, so the clutch gets bathed by that oil, and it doesn't hurt to have a little more than what the manual says. So started it up, check for leaks on the filter, check for leaks down on the drain pan or drain bolt. Everything looked good. Just put the seats and the console back together and call it good. That should take care of it on a 2016 Cub Cadet 500 Challenger oil change. Thanks for watching.